With Shaker Steps, we've been so fortunate to feature truly inspiring artists at some of our favorite locations in and around Lexington, Kentucky. Our intimate sessions gave viewers a unique perspective as artists were forced to adapt to their non-traditional settings of their performance. But the artists were here in Lexington for a purpose. They were here to perform at a music venue in front of their fans, just like they likely did the night before in another city, and just like they'll likely be doing the next night after they head on down the road to their show. To capture this artist reality, Shaker Steps presents Road Dogs, where we focus on touring artists that play shows here in Lexington, Kentucky, and a glimpse into their lives on the road. For this first episode, we feature our old friend Tyler Childers and his band, The Food Stamps. We got to feature this live performance of Tyler at the new Willie's Locally Known, Willie's 2.0.
It was really cool that we were able to feature Tyler there because Tyler was on one of our very first sessions we ever did as a pair in Shaker Steps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I cannot be more excited to have Tyler in studio here, and hopefully you guys hang around and enjoy this evening of music. It's going to be a good time. Good time. Tyler, how are you, babe?
Pretty good, man. Just sitting here by the...
How about I turn your mic on? There he is!
Police are peddling, pulling people over for nothing but a boring night with nothing to do. And my eyes are wide, and my hands...
What, if any, connection do you have to Lexington? Maybe do you mind talking a little bit about,
Yeah, man.
What your connections to Lexington?
It's pretty killer. It's pretty partial to it.
Yeah.
I lived here for like 3.5 years. Lived over on Tate's Creek, and met a lot of some of my favorite people in this whole world live here. Some of my favorite places to go and hang out and visit. And this is the first record store I ever went in. I was 15. My buddy came to stay with him, and he brought me down here. And like the summer after I graduated, I spent pretty much every weekend down here at my buddy's house. Partied down there, downtown and whatnot. And I just love it here. Worked for George, and yeah.
Taking away the moments that make the delays, frittering waste the hour in an offhand way, kicking around on a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for something or someone to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. And you were young and life was long, and there was time to kill today. And then you wake to find that 10 years have got behind you. No one told you where to run. You missed the starting gun. And you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking and racing around to come up behind you again. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death. Every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans they often come to naught, for half a page of scribbled lines hanging on how she calls tonight. I need her more than ever. I've been down in low cotton, as lonesome as can be, and I think about her often, boys. And even when I'm sober, I read over the love notes, the ones she wrote for me. And if she wants one night, I'm gonna get what's mine. Will somebody fetch my walking cane? I'm gonna get my baby. I'm gonna run to meet her neath the shadow of the pines. She's gonna hop that coal train. She'll get off on Harlan Road. Love me till the morning comes. Leave me like a dream. And I'd run to her through the back fields and over across the clover. I'd wait a mile of briar patch boys just to touch her skin. And I reckon I'm the foolish kind to beckon to her calling, but I can't seem to help myself, let that woman win. And if she wants one night, I'm gonna get what's mine. Will somebody fetch my walking cane? I'm gonna get my baby. I'm gonna run to meet her neath the shadow of the pines. She's gonna hop that coal train. She'll get off on Harlan Road. Love me till the morning comes. Leave me like a dream. But all I know is I can't win for losing either. Lay here in this lonely room or let her have her way. But all I need is one night when she don't leave. And this one just might be the night she decides to stay. Somebody fetch my walking cane. I'm gonna get my baby. I'm gonna run to meet her neath the shadow of the pines. She's gonna hop that coal train and she'll get off on Harlan Road. Love me till the morning comes. Leave me like a dream. Love me till the morning comes.
Did you have records as a kid growing up, or like was your family musical, or like did you get into it sort of later from friends, or how'd that work out?
Record, like vinyl, and that was mostly friends. My dad had a pretty big cassette tape collection.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Skinner, a lot of CCR, you know, a little bit of Dolly, and that was, you know, growing up, that was my music library that I had to pick from.
Yeah.
But I got in high school, started, you know, got a record player and started collecting vinyl.
And so did you get to see, like growing up, did you get to see any live music? I know you say, you know, you got to listen to tapes and probably, I'm sure, the radio and stuff like that, but did you ever get to see sort of live concerts, or do you remember when that sort of first experience was for you?
Yeah, Mom and Dad were real cool about, you know, taking me out and watching shows. And first show, I was 5 years old, saw Ricky Skaggs in Lawrence County. That was awesome. It blew my mind.
I'll bet.
And went and saw the Eagles in Charleston, the farewell tour. Saw Skinner New Year's Eve in Pikeville. We went to a lot of shows growing up.
By the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, and the wild birds they warble with a low moaning sound. Way down in the hollow, where the river runs cold, it was there I first listened lies that you told. Now I lie on my back and I see your sweet face. In the past I remember, time can't erase. And the letters you wrote me, they were written in shame. And I know that your conscience still echoes my name. If the ladies were blackbirds, if the ladies were thrushes, well, I'd lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. And if the women were squirrels with them high bushy tails, I'd fill up my shotgun with rock salt and nails. I'd fill up my shotgun with rock salt and nails.
Oftentimes touring with Tyler Childers and his band, the Food Stamps, was the opening act that night at Willie's, which was William Matheny and his band, the Strange Constellations. We've worked with William Matheny before. He's a singer-songwriter out of West Virginia, formerly of a really one of my favorite bands, Southeast Engine. He came through and we did a nice kind of solo performance with him out at a graveyard right at Waveland. But here, opening for Tyler Childers, he was really full-on band mode.
And we're going to feature his opening song of that night, which really set the stage for the rest of his set, which is just rock and roll. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I was grinding my teeth in the back of the van with my styrofoam cup falling out of my hands. And I was dreaming of streetlights through the windows of your room. And then I woke in Ohio at 3 in the afternoon. Now there's some laughing Catherine down at the end of the bar, with some funny Daniel down at the end of her arm. And I was drinking ginger ale, and I was chewing on ice, playing that piano way down in Alabama on a Tuesday night. I was a blood moon singer, I was a broken bell ringer, I was a poor message bringer, if you need a little writing for the wall. And it ain't a crime, and it ain't against the law. But no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all. As the first light was falling down at the edge of the floor, and my blood was unthawing, just like the mornings before. Now the lines on my face, they don't read any way you want. Just like a ghost searching high and low for another house to haunt. I need a bright-eyed redeemer, singing beautiful dreamer, sleeping on a sunbeam, waking me up at my master's call. And it ain't a crime, and it ain't against the law. But no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all. And it ain't against the law. But no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all. Yeah, no matter who you are, loving from afar ain't no love at all.
What were you doing yesterday when we were in West Virginia? What'd we start out at?
Oh yeah, we went to the radio station WTSQ. Hung out with Scotty Johnson. He's been DJing there for them. His radio hour is called the Beer Frame. And he's a cool guy, man. I like Scotty a lot. And hung out with him, played a couple on the radio, and then picked out a couple songs from the play of other people's, and then we left there and went to Huntington and did the band practice. So we got 4 days on the road and figured we should at least get one practice in.
Yeah, after tonight at Willie's, where do you go?
Tomorrow we meet up with Coulter Wall, and we're going to be in Chillicothe at Steiner's Speakeasy. And then we'll take the long trek 15 minutes up the road to Circleville, and we'll play at Toodles. And then we'll actually take a real long trek. It'll be like 5 or 6 hours, and go to Greenbrier County, to Greenbrier Valley Brewing. I think it's their birthday. So I lived up there for a year and a half, and I worked for them, cleaning kegs and canning, just, piddly grunt work. So I'm excited to see the guys.
Well, we'll do a West Virginia song for you guys. It's about my first time ever playing a show in Charleston, West Virginia. It's called Charleston Girl. Charleston girl in a darkened room, and you don't know her like I do. Took the fire escape to her room and got stone raging blind. Left my money in the trusting hands of the most still brothers in a thrash grass band. One day I'm gonna drive up there and give them half my mind. I don't know if it's the wine or the coke that makes her sound like her jaw is broke. She's working hard to make some sense, she ain't got a dime. I wish to God that I could help her out. I wish I knew what she was talking about. I wish to God that I could get away, but I'm way too drunk to drive. All I know is that when I'm good and sober, I'm leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up, makes me wild. Charleston girl, raven hair, bloodshot eyes and skin so fair. I believe if I could find my keys, I'd try to drive away. I never planned to leave so soon. I didn't know that he was sweet on you. Go ahead and take her, 'cause she ain't worth time. All I know is that when I'm good and sober, I'm leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up, makes me wild.